Yeah,
Is this the bat nipple one?
Yes, the bat nipple started with this film and continued. It continued to Batman and Robin, and especially the famous suit up sequences.
Is this the movie with Batman's butt?
Yep, and cod
Wow.
piece. Yep. You get the cod piece, you get the butt, you get the bat nipples. Yeah,
That's crazy. That must have been the funniest thing ever.
everything
to shoot.
a 3-year-old boy needs in a Batman film.
Yeah. Val Kilmer, just turn around for this shot. Take 30.
Welcome to your local Cineplex with your friendly neighborhood hosts, Renee Gomez and Zach Dennis.
Oh wow, we're the most prettiest hosts ever.
We did it. We are back.
We're back, and I'm excited that everyone has come to your local Cineplex. It's nice to see people walk in through the door, grab popcorn, go watch a movie.
Popcorn is the better term.
Yeah.
I caught a group of teenagers stealing popcorn and candy.
Again,
and,
I thought I had a good talk with them last week. I thought my wisdom entered their ears and touched their heart, but obviously not.
yeah, it's I got beat up, Zach. It wasn't good. Don't tell teenagers not to steal because they will. 10 against 1 is not a good idea.
Wow. When I spoke to them, there was only 5, so they literally brought 5 more people in. Just
Well, see, they knew I had skills, so they were like, "We need backup," and boy, did they need backup.
oh wow. I watched the whole thing from the projector room.
Yeah.
It was pretty gnarly.
Which, I mean, I guess this totally matches with what we're talking about today. Beating up young criminals for fun, for vengeance, as
Yes.
one may say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I should say this, but I think it's fair. The listeners have been along with us long enough to where I think it's safe to share with them that you and I are Batman.
If you could not tell anybody else, listeners, that would be preferred. Zach and I came out as Batman, and it's been pretty fun. He takes care of his Gotham City, I'll take care of my Gotham City, and as long as we don't cross paths, then I think we're good. Unfortunately, if we do cross paths, we're gonna have a Batman v Superman type situation going on.
Right. We really never want that. That's no fun.
Yeah, that won't be fun for either of us or the other Batman.
It's no. I personally won't like it. Personally. Professionally, I'll enjoy it. But personally,
Yeah, you'll be like, okay.
yeah. Well, if listeners can't guess by now what today's episode is about, Renee, do you want to tell them?
We are talking Batman, all the way from Batman 89 to Batman Robert Pattinson, the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah, we're gonna, I guess, kind of go through them, give our quick thoughts on it, maybe look at some posters while we're at it.
Right.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun time. And the crazy thing with Batman is, there's so much we can talk about, because there's Batman from the 40s with the serials. There's Batman from the 60s with Adam West. But we're probably, I think, starting off with 89 Batman is a good start. Right when it's oh wow, yeah. Woo!
Calm down, everyone.
Yeah, calm down. I wasn't done talking. So, okay. All right. But yeah. I'm excited. Are you excited, Zach?
Oh, I am excited. I can't help myself anymore. It's too exciting.
So, what was your introduction to Batman? overall, like where did you start?
I started. It's hard to pinpoint exactly because part of me wants to say it was the Batman animated series, but the other part of me wants to go, no, it was Batman Forever. But no, the other part of me wants to say, no, it was Batman '89. So
That makes sense.
Because I really honestly can't say, okay, it was this one, unless I go online and kind of see what came out when. Obviously, '89 came out. So if we go off that, then yeah, Batman '89 was my first exposure to the Caped Crusader, to the greatest detective alive. I had a lot of Batmans. For the longest time, my Batman was Val Kilmer. Because I couldn't stand Keaton as Bruce Wayne. I was like, no, Bruce Wayne has dark hair. Bruce Wayne has straight hair. So that bugged me. Yeah, and so but I liked him as Batman. I feel like he did a good Batman. But I preferred Val Kilmer, even though Val Kilmer was blonde. I'm like, well, at least it's straight. I'm like, at least it's straight.
No, I get it. It's the kind of it's like the that's very much the kind of stuff you look at when you're like younger and you're like, because you're envisioning something.
Yeah.
So if you don't get that, it's kind of annoying.
I was like, look at the comics. We got what he's supposed to be like, and yet you go off and cast that guy. I mean, I'll take Keaton over Clooney any day.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Which, Clooney could have worked. To some extent. I'm like, the suit, and then I feel bad he was, for the movie he ended up being in.
Yeah.
But, like, Clooney does look like a Bruce Wayne
he does.
at the very
I'll
least.
give you that. But I don't think
Maybe
he
not
could
Batman.
ever act like Batman. And here's why.
Yeah.
Because for me, George Clooney, he's one of those actors who he can only play one style. He can only. It's almost like he's not even. I don't think he acts. Most actors they act naturally. That's who they are, and they just play different facets of their personality. But then you have people like Clooney who they're really just one gear, and there's no changing lanes or gears or anything. He's just like, that's George Clooney playing George Clooney. And if you go back and watch Batman and Robin, and you'll just see George Clooney. You don't see Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
You could easily go in there and edit those clips out, and you'd think he's talking to Brad Pitt and not Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I get that. And it makes sense. I will say, I love George Clooney in Fantastic Mr. Fox. I love that movie. So in case George Clooney is listening to this,
I'm so sorry, George.
You.
He does, and that's why I'm being so critical, because George does listen to the podcast.
It's tough love.
It's tough love. George knows I enjoy his movies. I really do.
Yeah.
But we've talked about this. He has his one gear. He's trying.
Yeah. And also, he has publicly said that he wasn't happy with Batman.
Yeah.
So it's okay. He gets it. He knows it.
George knows. Yeah.
George knows. But so now let's jump on to Batman Returns, because I saw this movie somewhat recently for the first time ever. And
really?
I didn't like it as much as Batman '89. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long. There was just something about it that I just didn't.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, like
I like that.
I don't know what it was, but
I get it.
I just wasn't attracted to it, and I finally saw it, and I did like it. I didn't love it though. Once again, the best part of it for me was the music. It has this really. I'm a big Danny Elfman fan, so I'm gonna say that about any of the movies he does, but it has this kind of Christmassy tone to it, which I do like, and I appreciate that. I like. This is. I don't know if maybe you'll feel the same way, but I like all the casting. I like all the characters.
Yes.
But there's something about the story that I just wasn't hooked on as much. So I can't even pinpoint exactly what it was that I wasn't a fan of, but
I'm with you on that. I agree. it's the story. Yeah, I prefer 89 over Returns, but I love.
I was just
the
more
characters.
invested. Yeah. But when did you watch Batman Returns?
Probably like I watched. Interesting enough is I feel like I watched both at the same time. So I must have watched 89 at the same time Returns was coming out, because Returns is early 90s. I think it was 92 it came out.
92, 93. It was one of those two, I think.
So definitely I would have seen both at the same time.
Yeah. And we didn't even mention with the Batman 89. I think we've talked about the poster, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we already did a whole little segment, but just to
we'll kind of go over it. Actually, why not head over there now? You got your shoes on?
Yeah.
Poster 89
Keaton Batman.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that was again we talked about this one a bit, but it was just bam, the Batman logo, type.
Yeah.
We're done. Let's get out of here.
Nicholson and Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you need to know.
And what's great about this is this is not a photo. This is a painting.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think this
Wow,
was done by
okay.
the great John Alvin.
Wow. Okay. I don't know why I always thought it was a photo.
Yeah, if you actually look at
But I
it,
guess
it's completely a
Yeah,
painting.
it totally makes more sense to make it a painting. So that's cool.
Okay, I may be lying. He did Batman, but I don't think he did
Once
that one.
again, you're lying to me, Zach.
I'm sorry. It's
How
it's
dare
easy.
you?
It's easy. He did a Batman.
It's too easy.
I just don't know if he did that one. I know it's
Yeah.
painted. That's all I.
Okay. So you heard it here first, folks. It is painted.
Yeah.
So that's cool though. And I guess and then Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Batman Returns had some I've seen some promo work of it, and I know McDonald's had stuff going on, but then at the last second I think they were gonna make toys of Batman and all that, and then someone watched the movie and they were like, man, this movie is dark, this is kind of depressing, let's not make toys because we don't want kids wanting to watch this.
Right.
Which totally makes sense, because the Penguin is literally, it's just like, it's two parents throwing away a baby, and then that baby gets adopted by penguins, and there's like, it's a crazy movie.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, what is going on? But so yeah, what do you think of this?
That's pretty cool. Is this official or fan made?
Official.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. I've never seen this one, but I like the simplicity of it. Oh, there you are.
There we go.
Yeah, I like the simplicity of it. It looks nice. Gets the idea of cross. Would it have been my first choice? Maybe not. But as a teaser, it works really well.
Yeah, it's definitely a teaser. I mean that is a
Yeah.
given, because and I think this is the official, like the next teaser, which is a lot more akin.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
The bat symbol being, is that snow?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's snow, yeah.
Which, well, it would make me think for a second, oh, we're getting Mr. Freeze finally. But
Yeah.
no, because it takes place in like Christmas time.
Yeah.
I do like the tagline, the bat, the cat, the
Yeah.
penguin.
Yeah.
I do like that a lot.
I do like that a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure this is painted as well.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see this one being painted for sure.
And then we got this
And
unusual.
finally,
I guess I would say it's the payoff poster, and it's this really interesting kind of composite of photography
Yeah.
and painted background. Because those buildings are definitely painted.
yeah.
I think even the bottom half with the bat. Wait, what was that called? That was
The Batmobile?
Is it the mobile? Because it's in water, so it's like the Bat ship.
Oh, the Bat submarine. I like how where it's just whatever car it is, but just add Bat in front of it. That's it.
But yeah, I love
But
it.
yeah, I don't think I've seen this before.
Me either.
I've seen the one where it's the three heads lined up. That's the one I've always seen.
Yeah.
That's the one they
I was gonna
use in,
grab
like,
that one,
Blu-rays and-
but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the one they use for the VHS. But this one,
yeah,
I haven't
for
seen.
sure. Yeah, it's a cool looking poster. Way more interesting than the three heads lined up.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they're mixing photography and paintings. I think that's
Yeah.
really cool.
It was really cool.
Because they did it well too, from what I can see. It looks like it was well done. It makes it look like a comic book.
Right. Well, that leads us to
All right, Zach, I have a confession.
what?
I have never seen Batman
What?
Forever.
What?
Yes, that is
What?
true.
What?
Never in my life. Never in my life.
Go watch it.
I'll try. I'll try to do it. Go watch it. Oh man, Jim Carrey's in it. That's pretty cool.
I mean,
Who else was in
Oh.
this?
Nicole Kidman, Tommy Lee Jones.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah. I mean, I own the VHS. It's the VHS I grew
Yeah.
up with. It is my most watched VHS I own. It is
Really?
Yeah, it is. The soundtrack is part of my DNA. if you don't know,
Part of-
I'm a big U2 fan, right? And
Yeah.
it's-
Oh, are they?
Yeah, really meshed well with the sound they were doing. It meshed well with this album. So, because when the movie ends, it's their song playing, and so it was kind of like interesting how I heard this song for most of my life, didn't know who it was, I liked it, and it wasn't until I rediscover U2. I'm like, oh cool, and then I come across that song. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was meant to be. Let's talk about the film. Let's talk about the poster.
So would you recommend this movie?
Yes.
Because the reason why I never watched it was because I always paired this with like Batman and Robin,
Mm-mm.
which
They are completely two different films.
oh wow.
Batman Forever is there's actually a really good YouTube like video essay that I watched, and I 100% agree with the guy. He called it like pop opera to like describe
Pop opera.
the genre, and the way he described it, I'm like 100%. Yep, that's it. It is a visual. Joel Schumacher, of course, he's a great director, and he really was inspired by the comic books and the visuals of the comic books, especially when designing Gotham and using those huge, like, statues, plus all the neon. I definitely think the Gotham that, as in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, influenced the Arkham games, how they designed Gotham, which
Yeah.
pretty much inspired the Gotham and the Batman. We can thank Joel Schumacher and the production team and Batman Forever for the Gotham and the Batman.
Nice. Okay, that's cool.
Yes, I highly recommend
I will have to watch it, especially mostly because of Jim Carrey. Every time I hear something about that movie, it's normally
Yes.
a Jim Carrey
Yes.
comment.
I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. Love Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with Batman and the Riddler and Jim Carrey, and so this movie sparked my obsession with Jim Carrey. But yeah, he steals the show hands down. It's
Well,
fun.
he steals this poster too because it's basically a question mark with the bat symbol inside of it.
Yes,
Symbolism that the Riddler has Batman in his hands.
yes, and he knows who is Batman.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, spoiler
That's
alert.
pretty cool.
I mean, yeah,
Spoiler, it's an old movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
now I get it. That's interesting.
yeah.
Wow, okay.
It's a fun ride. It really is. You take
It does look like a fun watch.
It does. It's visually
Which-
just a freaking rock and roll show. Fun. You will not get bored. To say the least.
Nice.
I mean, look at this poster.
Oh, there he is. There's the crazy dude carrying.
I mean, look at these character posters. I mean,
I love The spandex.
We don't get these anymore. Renee,
Yeah.
talk to your people, your contacts.
I'll go talk to Universal Studios as soon as this call is over.
Yeah, I'll call George Clooney. And
Yes.
see what he can
Please
do on
call
his end.
George Clooney. Yeah. We'll do it.
I mean,
We'll do it.
even the type on this, I love the type.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want that font. I still want that font. Ever since I was a kid, I'm like, I want that font.
Yeah, I think that this font is the most common. Like whenever I look up Batman font, I'll get this font.
Yeah. It's
Like almost 100% of the time.
I McDonald's of course had Batman Forever merch, and
Yeah.
I got the they came out with these awesome glass mugs. And it's beautiful
Oh,
etching.
that's awesome.
And I got the Riddler one and had it for years. And my
Cool.
mom accidentally dropped it and broke it. But then there was a comic book shop when I was in college. I used to frequent a lot, and I noticed they they had stuff in the display cases of stuff that they had, vintage stuff. I'm like, I spotted a couple of glasses, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that they are. And she had a Riddler. I'm like, I'm getting that. I have it back.
Nice. That's
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah. Here's another character poster. I mean, the colors. It's just
Nicole
aesthetic.
Kidman. Yeah.
the aesthetic. I just
Every time I see her, I get flashbacks to AMC. Because I go to AMC all the time, and every single time I see the what was it? Here at the movies, magic happens.
yes, but yeah,
It-
it does.
Who does she play? Dr. Chase Meriden. Who's
Meridian. Meridian.
Oh, okay. Is that a character? Like a in the comics?
I don't think so.
or-
I think she was just made for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's amazing in it. She does it. She plays the typical girl who is interested in Bruce Wayne and Batman.
I get that.
It's a
Cool.
very basic character, but hey,
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing. It's like, yeah, you know, it's maybe not the best, but you have to love it. Like,
Yeah.
You grew up with it. I get it. This is a fun poster.
this is the poster.
the Batman Forever poster.
Yeah, this is the first poster I ever had,
Cool.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
and
Wow.
yeah, it again, sadly, I lost it.
Well, what people don't know is that you actually wrote a secret riddle on the back of the poster.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can answer the riddle, you will find $20 million buried under a big W. So go out, find the Batman Forever poster, find Zach's riddle, solve it, and you'll be rich.
Riddle me this. It's
Yeah.
so yeah. What's your thoughts, Renee, on this poster here?
I like it because it kind of showcases all the characters in a fun way. Like, I think for this movie and the tone that I'm getting from it, I think it works really well. It's pretty vibrant. I also like how Batman looks, like overall.
Right. Yeah.
I've never actually really seen him in this movie, and right now I'm kind of like, oh, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Is this the bat nipple one?
Yes. The Bat Nipple started with this film and continued.
It started.
It continued to Batman and Robin, and especially the famous suit up sequences.
Is this the movie with Batman's butt?
Yep. And cod
Wow.
piece. Yep. You get the cod piece. You get the butt. You get the bat nipples. Yeah.
That's crazy. That must have been the funniest thing ever.
Everything
to shoot.
a
It's like,
3-year-old boy needs in a Batman film.
yeah, Val Kilmer, just turn around for this shot. Take 30. Just turn around.
Well, I'm sure it
okay?
wasn't him. It was some freaking extra. They say, hey, Polly,
I could see that.
put on the suit, go stand by the camera, and we'll get a couple of insert shots. All right. And that's how it happened.
You're saying Val Kilmer didn't want to show his butt off.
No, he's like, I'm
Which,
not.
by the
gonna-"
way, I was gonna say, I think there's a documentary called Val
yeah, I want to see
about
that.
Val Kilmer. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's really good.
So that leads us to our next one, which would have been the Batman animated. Now, of course, you watched these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So quickly, just kind of.
I watched these older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quickly, just to kind of, we got to give them the respect they deserve. Awesome poster, love it. It does everything you need. You agree?
Yeah. What I like about it is because it's animated, they can just straight up make it like a really cool comic bookish type thing. And so a big thing with the animated series is red and black, which I love. I think it fits really well in the Batman world.
It does.
I love how the eyes is like a main thing.
Yeah.
And I've always liked Spider-Man, like the animated shows for this reason is I like it when the eyes are just kind of like just white shapes. It's just cool. Yeah, this is an awesome poster and an awesome show. Legitimately. It's kind of a shame because I could see people thinking, oh, it's a cartoon, maybe it's just for kids, but this show's kind of dark. Like,
it is dark.
There's drama in it, like actual serious depressing stuff with like I probably cried watching the Mr. Freeze episode because it's so depressing. And the Two-Face episode is so good and heartbreaking at the same time.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this point I'm going to make because I want to talk about it later when we talk about the Batman, when we wrap up the episode with the Batman. But for me, and I think pretty much everyone agrees who has watched this show, this show had such an influence on the Batman. I mean, right down to what you just said, the color palette, the black and red. Definitely.
Yep.
And I wish someone would have came out with a poster that was almost like a reference to this poster with Pattinson in the bat suit doing the same, position.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome.
Even though this isn't a movie, we can't not talk. Oh wait, hold on. There is a Batman animated movie, which a lot of people consider probably the best Batman film. I've seen a lot of people say it's their favorite.
Yeah.
And can you tell us what that is, Zach?
Mask of the Phantasm. Yeah, that sounds better.
Phantasm. Yeah, this movie's. Wow.
A lot of fans, man.
How'd you get in here? Again.
Get out.
Yeah. Dude, Mask of the Phantasm is. When I think of this movie, I think of sadness. Like, it makes me sad. It's a really good movie.
It is.
But the first time I saw it, it ended, and I was like, man, that was so good. But man, am I feeling down? Am I heartbroken? I'm like, Bruce, just find someone. It's good.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's definitely really, really good. Batman and Robin teaser poster.
Which looks like the Incredibles poster.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the first thing I thought of.
And then we got, look at this poster. It's awesome.
That's okay. I will say, regardless of what you think of Batman and Robin, the posters are really fun. Like this movie was very much made for 5-year-olds.
It was made to sell
when
toys.
You watch it. Yeah, you really. I do appreciate the movie for that, and it is really funny. You know, if you watch it with a group of friends or watch it like inebriated of some sorts, like it is a fun watch.
It's the best puns ever. The ice.
Yeah, puns. The best. Like the puns I find them really funny. I will laugh at them. Oh yeah. Unironically.
Yeah, this is another VHS I still own, and then got the heroes.
I definitely don't hate this movie at all. Yeah, that hero. Robin is making the exact same face in this poster as in the Batman Forever poster. I just noticed that.
Yeah, he is.
They were like, you have one face.
He's like, I'm not coming in for more shoots.
But yeah, I mean, these are fun. Oh.
It's still...
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being 5, seeing this.
Yes.
I'd get excited.
I love it. I'm sorry, I love it.
Yeah.
Even though I've shared my criticisms of George's performance, I still love this poster. It's great. I mean, George has it in his house.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I mean, it looks awesome.
He's like, it's the only thing that was good from the movie.
Yeah. Crazy movie. But I watched it on Cartoon Network all the time. And then, after the crazy response to Batman and Robin and people hating it because they were expecting something else, they were like, let's get the guy who directed The Prestige and Memento to make a Batman film.
And at the time, it was just Memento.
Oh, had he not? When did Batman come out?
2005.
Oh, so that's the same year as The Prestige. That means this probably came out, and then months later, The Prestige came out.
Right, yeah.
Probably.
So yeah,
That's
Nolan only
crazy.
had Memento and the other film with Pacino and Robin
The
Williams.
Following. Nolan's crazy because this is such a good teaser poster.
Right.
Is
It's
it a teaser?
weird. Yeah, it's
Because I could see it being the official poster too.
It might be
They
both.
work either way.
Yeah. It's weird with this film, Batman Begins. For me, it was at a time I was like, okay, all the Batman films. It's been years, right, since since Batman and Robin, and I thought Batman's done in terms of movies. And so I still remember to this day hearing about they're gonna do it, and my honest reaction was no.
So I think I was like 3 or 4 years old. I don't remember when this movie came out. I remember The Dark Knight, but based on videos I've seen of people talking about their response to this, it sounds like everyone was like, "Oh, come on, like, why are we doing this again?"
Mm-hmm.
And everyone ended up being surprised at the quality of the filmmaking.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the studio was like, yeah, I think this Christopher Nolan guy might do a good job. And I think that was a really, really, really smart decision.
They also did these interesting wide format where it's like they took cities and then they put in bats as promo material.
That's cool. That looks awesome.
And so that leads us to that's Batman Begins. We're trying to, and that leads us to dun 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 the Batman. And so we're gonna wrap up the episode with this. And I found some posters here, and I'm telling you, Renee, us as Americans, we missed out on some great possible posters.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
The foreign ones are just much better. But first, here's the Dolby Cinema poster. I mean,
Holy
it's awesome.
crap! Wow, that is cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even know these existed. It's basically Robert Pattinson's Batman being lit up by the light that lights up the bat symbol. He's backlit. There's streaks of light coming right behind him. And then there's the Dolby Cinema logo.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That looks so good.
So you got that, and of course, I talked about this one last time, but I didn't add it.
Yeah.
With the Riddler. I mean, I love this.
This was
because
creepy.
It really uses the type of cinematography and the textures and the grit that is in the movie, and they brought it to the poster, and so I was very happy.
Yeah.
Very pleased, if I may say.
Very pleased.
Very pleased. Very pleased. George loved it. And there's this one
That's awesome.
again.
Oh, it's a question mark.
Yeah.
I see it. That's fun.
Yeah.
This one is, I could tell it's a lot of Photoshop.
Yeah.
But it's creative.
Yeah, it's a photo collage, but I like the textures and
I think this is done really well.
that grit was brought into
Yeah.
the poster. And then we got
Awesome. Beautiful. This one feels I get the tone of this poster is so kind of not the movie only because it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
But this
awesome,
looks
yeah.
like they're going to have a big action scene.
yes.
When in reality nothing ever Batman, I don't even think he ever touches the Riddler.
Nope. He never touches him.
So this makes it look like they're about to be in a cage match.
Yeah.
So I get why they didn't use it, but it's awesome. It still looks cool.
Oh, and I must say here for anybody listening, we're talking about the Batman. So if you have not seen it, you will be spoiled.
Yes, and if you're listening to this without having seen the Batman, are you really a Batman fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the newest Batman film. Go watch it.
Do it! Just do it!
Do it.
Listen to George.
Yeah.
He walked in.
Do it.
He was mad about the idea of someone listening to this podcast
Oh, really?
and haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah.
He gets that.
I hope he didn't slam any doors.
No,
That would be such
he
a
didn't.
shame.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Okay. Anymore? Okay, wow. That's good.
And so
Ooh.
leaves us with this poster. Now, I have mixed feelings about it because it looks like something I would have done in high school. With that said, I still like it.
Yes. It's a cool poster, but it doesn't match the tone either. Like, seeing these international posters, it's always cool because, you know, they're doing something different. And then it sort of makes you realize whether or not like the American releases were well done or if they could have been better.
They're
And
doing
this makes
something
me realize,
different, right?
yeah, because it's like I see why the U.S. release was the way it was, and I think that one did match kind of the tone, that kind of really dark, because the movie itself is it's mostly a mystery. It's slow and there's not as much action as like the other Batman films. This makes it look like a direct-to-video.
Yes, it does.
Even though it's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. It is a cool poster, but it does look like a direct-to-video, especially the way they just have Batman
Yeah.
completely out
Yeah.
in the light.
Yeah, it's interesting because like the Batman and the Riddler, their placement, it works for me. I'm liking it.
Yes.
But the Catwoman and the Penguin just kind of feel stuck in there.
Yeah.
No one's gonna notice. Just put it in.
Yeah. And the Penguin's back there, but I kind of am like, the Penguin was there, but not as much as, I don't know if he should have been in the poster. I still respect this poster. So whoever made it.
Yeah. Renee, do you feel tricked?
Do I feel tricked? I feel riddled. That's the truth. Tricks are for kids. Oh, I see. I see what you did.
Yeah. Sorry.
I forgot that was in there. I forgot that sound effect exists. Tricks are. I don't even remember when I said that. I legitimately do not remember.
Remember you came in?
I don't remember
you
what
came
episode.
into the studio and you're like, I have to say this. Hit the record button.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tricks are for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just walked out without saying a word.
Right.
One take.
One take. You completely
Crazy.
confused George. He was like, "What?" But he never gets you anyway.
Gosh. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so quickly. Quick thoughts. Of course, we're gonna have to talk about the Batman since we're running out of time. Talk about more in depth next episode, or well, technically this is the last episode of this season.
Yeah.
We do have another bonus episode that we've recorded, but it was never put out.
Oh.
So that
okay.
one will
Yeah.
probably either it will be the bonus episode for this season or it'll get pushed to the next season. But
Yeah.
we'll definitely, whenever it happens, we will talk more about the Batman. With that said, what are your quick thoughts on the Batman?
Quick thoughts. I loved the Batman personally. It was the Batman movie I wanted. It had the mystery. It had that really creepy nature, almost horror aspect of the Riddler, which, you know, I listen to his theme all the time now because it kind of creeps me out. The mix of Seven and these David Fincher films, I think, worked really well. But what I loved the most out of it was Batman and the fact that you get a lot of them. And
Yeah.
you also get to see probably my favorite Bruce Batman character arc of him being so angry
Right.
and upset the entire movie, and the final lesson you learn when it was revealed what was happening, and you see one of Riddler's henchmen being like, "I am vengeance,"
Yes.
repeating the same things he was saying. That was amazing. That was a really good reveal, and I legitimately do love the movie. It's as of right now, because opinions change all the time. It's my favorite Batman movie because it just really did have everything I wanted for this time. I really enjoyed Robert Pattinson as Batman and Bruce for the reasons that I mentioned, where his character, he's really kind of just angry the entire movie, and then at the end he realizes he can't be like that. Like, if he wants to solve an issue, he can't be upset about, you know, the past. Like, he has to create hope for the people of Gotham. Great message. Yeah, controversial stance. I did. This is currently my favorite Batman, honestly. They nailed it.
Yeah.
Like,
It really, for me, I 100% agree. I could just regurgitate what you just said. So everyone just play back what Renee said, and that's what I said. But it was the epitome of Batman for me.
Yeah.
It was everything I could want. It was like watching a live action of the Batman animated series.
Exactly.
For me.
Yeah.
But it was like everything that as I have grown and I have appreciation for cinema, appreciation for cinematography and music. It was like it took that show and they added all that stuff on top, and that's what we got. And super happy with that. So for me, I'd say it's right there with The Dark Knight as my favorite Batman film.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd say.
Wait, so would you put?
Right now in the wake of the movie, I easily will say, oh yeah, it's like one notch above The Dark Knight. I would say that wouldn't change, because pretty much everything I just said of how I see it, how it's just a live action of the Batman animated series.
Agreed.
With all the goodies added on top, I don't think it would drop down a notch to be equal with The Dark Knight. I think it's.
And for those people who might get upset if we say the Batman is our favorite Batman movie, also let's a reminder that each Batman movie is very different.
Yeah.
Like, for example, The Dark Knight is very, like we mentioned, it's a more realistic approach.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like a live action comic book, but not stylized in the way that Tim Burton did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's stylized in the Matt Reeves way.
Yeah.
Dark Knight is realistic. Like, that's the cool thing about Batman is you get all these different styles of it, and you just choose whatever style is your favorite.
It's the Batman buffet.
Love Batman.
And you just
It truly is.
and you pick
It
what you
really
want.
is, yeah. It's like I've seen people recently talking about, the Joker in this movie and how they don't get tired. Like, it's just fun seeing different interpretations of everything. And this just happened to be an interpretation that I loved.
You said it.
I did it. I
did
said it.
All right.
Say it.
I think we did it.
I totally
Thank
didn't
you.
expect you. I keep forgetting you can do that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we did it, Zach.
Yeah,
Once
we did.
again, we talked about Batman through cinema.
Yeah, I'm sure people will be upset.
Yeah.
You didn't go over The Dark Knight. But
Everyone's talked about that movie.
Time got away from us. So again, I just want to thank our listeners for, if you've been listening to us the whole season, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. We appreciate
This
it.
is technically a season 1 goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad now.
I mean, by the time we come back, everyone here is going to be so grown up. I'm not going to
that is
recognize
true.
anyone here.
Yes. Please comment your favorite moment of the season.
Yes.
At whatever post.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah, and if you know any other awesome, talented illustrators who think should be on the show, let us know. We're always looking.
Yeah, we're always looking.
We had so much fun with Rich and Sam, and we look forward to more.
Yeah.
All right, podcast
Podcast over.